Do you know, it's funny, this morning I was driving to Feast to Merit to a meeting, and it got to 8:30 and I was due to be here at 8:30, I had to jump on my emails, and I thought to myself, I need to change this. I can't keep operating, being late to everything. I suck at time management, and I wish I could say I was getting better or there was hope, but effectively there's not. So many things happen at once that I've picked up a pretty poor skill. I shouldn't blame anyone, but I do blame my father. So no matter what, when you're driving to a meeting or jumping on a train and going somewhere, you're looking at your clock saying, shit, I'm going to be late. Well, how am I going to be late? I thought I had this covered. And it's just constantly, constant reminder that you're never on time. My mother's on time, my father is completely late to everything. So I have always been very impractical with arriving on time, and it's not a good habit, and it's something I need to change. I don't know what it is, but there's almost an incapacity or inability for me to actually program time and time management. And I do apologise to the thousands of people that I've been late to. I seem to get away with it, but I think it's going to come a time where people just get sick of waiting. Look, I've got other skills, but time management's not one of them. I once upon a time was afraid of heights when I was a young kid, probably early teens. Doesn't scare me anymore because when I lived in London on a gap year when I was 18 years old, I got offered a job which was window cleaning about 40 stories high in Canary Wharf in London. I wasn't told what the job was. I literally rocked up to Canary Wharf and a guy was standing there with two harnesses and he gave them to my mate and I, and we said, what are we doing? And he points up, he goes, window cleaning. So we spent 12 to 13 hours a day, every day for the best part of 2 months, literally out on a cradle window cleaning. That fear of heights no longer scares me. Five years ago, I was full of energy. I am still, but probably a little bit less. Full of energy, fast-paced, anything was possible, completely optimistic and unrealistic with some expectations. Now, I think I've got an appreciation that life is definitely a marathon, not a race, and the ability to slowly and pragmatically implement change and not expect results to happen in the 24-hour cycle. One of our great ideas that we had at YGAP was a very early stage, about 2008, 2009. With a joint venture, we launched a biodegradable water bottle with a group in Sydney. The product was beautiful, it was remarkable, but the cost of production and getting it to market was expensive. The retail price ended up being about $3.80, the wholesale price just below $2. So in a market that expects fast and convenient waters, it wasn't feasible. But now seeing the success of Thank You, I'm glad they cracked the market and went on with it. Why I seek help from others, people immediately in my network, links intrinsically to human nature. There is a fundamental need to belong and be a part of a tribe and community, and that's existent from all of humankind. We've built a wonderful network here at YGAP. Each organisation has its own unique network, unique DNA, but that ability to have a community to rest upon, to turn to be supported by, to be comforted by in tough times too, is not a decision that I've seemed to just decide I needed. It's intrinsically what makes us human beings. What I know now is that social change requires patience, and I think for any person, irrespective of age, but especially young Australians that are trying to solve social problems, there's an expectation and almost a psychological pressure that you should be able to solve something really quickly because you've identified the problem and you think you have a solution. But what I know now is that social change requires patience, it requires capital, it requires investment of relationships, and a lot of change requires changing software rather than just the hardware. What I know now is just to be able to look at problems more pragmatically with a longer term lens and try not to burn yourself out with getting stuff done so immediately. My name's Elliot Costello. I run an organisation called YGAP, and effectively we find and back the best local leaders in some of the world's toughest communities.